The invite link is right there below for you guys to hop into our Discord server, join the tech and roll, and you guys will be able to be a part of our tournament series. That, and then of course this happens every single week. So if you're watching for the first time, not a problem at all if you guys want to hop in and get it going. And almost on cue, of course, I think Luxray and Danklink just finished, but that's okay. I'll come to that match next. I think the only thing I'm worried about is if RP4 was like, great, I won one, I got 5 minutes, let me go pick something up and walk away.
Yeah.
But
It's
we're
funny
getting into
that-
some pretty familiar territory with the next set of players.
Oh, for sure. It looks like this week, though, because similarly to a couple weeks ago when Lamomo started coming back, we got to see this RP4 versus BW Styles match for one of the first few times in recent history, and it's very fun to watch both these players with their projectile play as well as their just tech skill that they know. It makes for a very entertaining match from a spectator standpoint.
Yeah.
And I think also you kind of forget how crazy it is that these characters are in the same game together too. So seeing people at this high of a level play them,
Yeah.
it's very exciting to watch the different types of smaller more personal play styles come out, as well as what's most optimal just in general.
No, I'm pretty excited for both of this. This has been a pretty contentious kind of top 4 for us, that if we do have another month of this coming, I'm interested to see how these players are going to have their power ranking points challenged in this, with Lamomo really coming out like a bat out of hell. I mean, the past couple weeks has had some really impressive showings, and almost kind of breaking up the systematic endings that we had, where Luxray was really kind of, to some degree, almost everyone's obvious choice on hey, this is who I think is going to win. So I think that's going to make things really interesting. And the other thing I think will be really kind of cool to see is that if we are able to grow our challengers bracket, our champions bracket as well, I think we get a really great rotation of challengers coming in and out. And so we'll have challengers brackets that always have someone new. But for the champs, I never want their kind of a competition to grow stale between the same 3 people. So, I think this will be a really great way to kind of grow that scene as well for us, especially with the ability to keep developing talent in that way. So pretty excited to see. Obviously, I think BW Styles, I'll take a look back at his win record on here, but I know he's still searching for his first place victory. He's been hot on the trail for that for a few months now, for at least the past 8 weeks that I can think of. So.
Yeah, and that's so true. So I think RP4 may have heard me. He switched straight to Zelda, going game 1 on
PS2. That he could go ahead and hit the circuit, get the circuit.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, Cherry? I'm just gonna show you exactly how cool and schmoovin' I am with Zelda. He's like, all right, I play all the heroes, and right now we're seeing Miss Zelda of Hyrule. And what you're going to be seeing a lot of, this honestly might be deliberate after what happened the last couple weeks. I'm sure that may have been harder than it looked to play against Mega Man, as he's just such a great pick, especially for characters like Link. And Zelda's main thing, especially in Wi-Fi, is being able to kind of use this neutral B, this reflector. It's very fast, and you can actually, if you click it quickly enough after the first input, you can kind of double up on the amount of reflectors that are out. And you really have a very small window where you can actually be punished. And when you're playing against a character like a Mega Man who pretty much has only projectile moves, it's very valuable to kind of have that type of move at a far range. And on top of that, she has a really good forward aerial. If you get the sweet spot on it, it can kill extremely early. And her zoning is very good. And on top of that, she still has very good multi-hit forward smash and up smash, as well as a combo. That's not necessarily true, but if you do up B, you can read their DI and then move your stick into whichever direction they move to and kind of kill them off the top with it. Because it does have a hitbox at the beginning and the end. So just depending on however they're moving, look at that. The Leaf Shield, usually a shield that protects you from hitboxes, literally just gets destroyed. And I do...
ate up right now.
Yeah, and on top of that, besides just getting eat up, it also will hit Mega Man as soon as it would normally launch at Zelda. So he gets hit by everything, like the reflector damage, and then the double damage that the reflector does to the leaf shield. And I think it may be what keeps RP4 in this game, because now, I'm sure at this percent, what BW might be thinking of every so often is maybe I should go for like an F smash at ledge.
Okay.
And RP4 may just be trying to bait. Oh, that was unfortunate. That's such a hard angle to get to with a teleport that if you go for it and miss, it does spell game over. But like I was saying, I think that if he is able to kind of bait him into throwing out these heavy projectiles, he can kind of keep up with this damage and not really worry about being too behind. But unfortunately, it's looking like RP4 in terms of the recovery department. Oh, there's that up B. Oh, the snipe almost got him. It is looking like he's a bit less aware of how far he can take it, but that edge guard with that fireball is going to seal the deal on that second stock. These multi-hits, man. So good. And, oh, the up smash. Or the up tilt. And that's going to seal game 1.
BW Styles saying, you better not try to circuit stuff out on me.
Yeah. It looks like RP4, like, and this is, I think, Zelda's one weakness, and I think BW is probably very keen on it. Zelda is a very played character online, so you kind of have a decent amount of experience when you're just playing in quick play. And so you'll notice he does play a bit more in your face than he normally does. And so right here, he realizes that the time he has is short, so he needs a big move that's not going to get punished from the reflect. He can't use projectile, and so what does he go for? Up tilt. And your favorite name.
Yep, they hit him with the cold cram right there at the end. You gotta have it, man. No, I mean, like, it gets the people going. And so going up, BW Styles going up 1-0, and there we go. Looks like the cycle continues. And you said he wasn't gonna try it, and boom, there it is. Let's hop into the full game, see how it works out for him.
He had to prove me wrong, man. now I'm gonna get called out for bracket collusion or something. Cause
yeah, exactly.
Cherry's been banned from this trend. No, but I think this character is definitely gonna be one he's a bit more comfortable with. Young Link has similar tools. His tools are pretty much identical to regular Link, but just used in very different ways. So like his up B. No, like, same, you use it out of shield or use it like when you're on the defensive as Link, but the difference is that this up B out of shield is very much used as a combo starter. The multi-hit on it will send the opponent straight upward, and you can actually combo it into like up air or forward air, or even like another up B if you're feeling it, but it's not so much like a killing move like it is for regular Link. So you kind of are a bit more combo-y and zoning-esque character as this Link, but his damage output, whether you're comboing or not, is insane regardless. He's also a very good character. It's argued between this young Link and regular Link, which is the best one. And while Toon Link does not fall into that discussion, he himself is still pretty good, just not as good as either of these Links are. And there's always an argument of like, well, if regular Link, if you're playing him like at a higher level, you should be better than young Link. But then they're like, well, if you're playing as a good young Link, you have these combos, man. So there's never been a clear winner of that argument. So I won't try to say which one's better.
Well, the multi-hits right now are working out for RP4 as he just turns the tide, he goes up by a stop.
Yeah, definitely. I think that for this matchup especially, as well as some other matchups, when you're playing against these like kind of projectile characters, it can be really helpful if you're somebody who has really decent fundamentals and a really deep understanding of this game when you get to play on the offensive. If you're playing a character like regular Link where he's a bit slower of a runner and he has a bit slower moves, these multi-hits and these like more combo style moves can kind of like help you seal that deal and get this higher ratio of percent compared to like BW. And these bombs too are really helping him because he doesn't have to be able to activate them himself. They explode over time like they used to in Smash 4.
Right.
And we saw just a couple seconds ago that saved him from a grab from a back throw that would have killed him a lot earlier. And now we're seeing RP4 here in the second game really go for the final kill here because he knows that there isn't much more percent that BW can kind of take even with his heavier weight.
And better to just get it done before allowing him to get rage, and then of course if he wins an interaction, it could be troublesome.
Yeah, especially at this percent now. Like, you do not want to allow a Mega Man to start comboing you or edge guarding, and it's starting to look like it's possible. Gets some to 40%. Max Rage is BW Styles. Needs to get off ledge here. Attaches himself with the bomb. Sabotages himself. You gotta be careful here if you're RP4. You can slowly start seeing the percent rack up, and I say as soon as he gets to about 70 or so, RP4 may be at kill percent. You gotta be very careful. 80%. This is very dangerous territory for the player. Although something that RP4 doesn't get the luxury of usually as Link is the speed. Like, look at the callouts, man, and that new tether grab. That, like, look how far he is in this replay. It was insane. He literally grabs him from like a foot away. And I will say that grab, the tether grab length here, did get buffed between one of the recent patches to the point where it's like a whole new character, man. Like, it was like double the distance. Like, he grabbed him from like so far away that as soon as RP4 got that forward, those couple pummels in, knowing that he couldn't mash out just to get the extra damage, he was like, "I'll see you later," and yeeted him with that forward throw, and he was just gone. So smart on him, knowing, even though like he may not play that character often, he knows the kill throws because they are different, despite being very similar characters. So go good on RP4 for knowing that stuff.
Well, now the question is he going to play Ganondorf?
Oh my gosh!
And he may. He did last week off stream. Off stream, he played Ganondorf off stream. So I think at this point, Lord Papaya, what's going on, man? Have not been able to have a Mortal Kombat tournament. Been pretty bogged down the past couple of months, man. But Lord Papaya, one of our really great Mortal Kombat competitors, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you coming through. As a quick reminder, I'm glad some new blood is onto the stream just so everyone can see. Once again, we are wrapping up our Black History Month campaign celebrating Black entrepreneurs in the present. All donations, guys, are going to one of 4 different organizations. This week, we are honoring Keisha Howard of Sugar Gamers. I personally have already donated $50 to the cause. Definitely looking to try to see if I can get a match of $50. Never took Link, holding Link down since Brawl. Okay. Never. I think what he's saying is maybe never tuned Link or something like that. So this might be one of his first experiences with Toon Link. But nonetheless, looks like he's going to stick with him. Let's hop into the full game. Oh, no, there's Younger. Yeah,
no, I think that's a fair point. I never Toon Link. And I think that's definitely the truth. Toon Link is a character that people don't see often in this game. Yeah. And a couple top players recently, just because like you kind of want to experiment while this COVID season's kind of going on. All the rankings are paused. So like any sort of tournaments are like, there is like money winning and all that, but there is no ranking system. So like you pretty much have no worries here. And so one of the top players trying at Toon Link and was like, he's a character that you would expect to have weird like sauce and weird combos, but he has nothing. Like it's just like so weird because like nobody's explored the character much, and these players who know so much about the game will try him out, and he has like some stuff, but nothing that's gonna make him anywhere near as good of a character as like Young Link or regular Link.
Right.
So it's just very interesting considering how similar they are too. But it looks like RP4 sticking with this Young Link. It is working. I think it really is just the speed because most of, oh my gosh, and that edge guard is gonna shut me up right away. But I will say most of the things that RP4 is doing as Young Link are things that regular Link can do, just literally sped up. Like the bomb stuff that he's thrown out is pretty much just a smaller, faster version of his normal like bomb, just without the detonation.
Yeah. And
for certain situations, that might just be better because now he gets both the hit from the bomb just hitting BW as well as the explosion damage, as well as just being able to run across stage and not worry about BW kind of jump over him and keep running away. And he still has a decent nair, a really good forward air, and just some really good boxing options up close.
All right, pretty close on percentage, and it looks like we might get a little bit of a seesaw on that in a second. But regardless, pretty much tied.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that this is also kind of just showing off like how both these characters kind of deal with adaptation, because we did see kind of in that last game that BW was strung a bit more than it seemed in this game. Granted, I also think that might just be a case of like stage choice, as we did see RP4 pick out that legendary Northern Cave stage that he really likes and seems to thrive on as Link, regardless of the type of Link. But now we're seeing the Smash Town and City pick coming out from BW, which I think I can agree with, but I think it still does benefit both characters and their archetypes. So that might just be like a bit more comfort pick for both of them in this sense, is that they both don't fail to play well on this stage. They both mentally are comfortable on this stage. And we are seeing RP4 kind of run away with it now in terms of percent, but that did not bother BW last time, and able to get that stock early with the edge guard in that first stock of this game. Going for that parry. Not getting much off of it though. However, at max rage like this, one of these hits, as long as it's, there it is. Yeah, exactly. One of these hits from BW, he knows is just going to kill. And same thing for RP4, so he's keeping it close.
Yeah.
I think there he is, keeping himself on the edge of platform, retaining his cool. Something that I think a lot more players should like be doing if they're in this type of even situation with someone they know that does like deal lots of damage to you, or just somebody that you are a bit stressed playing, because it just gives you the only time that you should be taking to like really reset yourself is on that angel platform. You don't really get, you can't really say, hey, time out.
Yeah, there's no time out of this.
Yeah. But it may have helped. He's racked about like 70, 80 damage now. Keeping the lead. Has not really allowed RP4 to get in most recent history. You're seeing RP4 start using these really quick throwing up bombs, because you look at that, he can even have 2 out, and as long as an RP4, even if BW shields them, the amount of damage they have to do from explosions is similar to like a Snake character, like, or just a grenade character in general, where like they kind of have these bombs just exploding.
And I mean, the competition was so intense there for just a second. They were separated by 0.2% on life.
Yeah. It's finally evened up now, and we're seeing RP4 still continues to keep that percent lead. But yeah, it's so close, I think. I don't think that this has been anyone in this game since the first stock. Very stressful experience. He has the bomb in hand, shields it. BW knows. He's like, all right, run into this. You have to get off the platform. It's gonna go away soon. Oh, very, very dangerous stuff there. Both of them were holding shield, respecting each other's options. The projectiles are coming out, trying to force BW to make a move or try to like approach inward. And that could have been so dangerous if he read that air dodge type correctly. Oh, so many little mistakes. It's just so hard to like capitalize on them though, because RP4 is just so aware that he can make the mistakes at that distance, you know? If he was any closer, it would be lights out, but there it is.
Wow, and then the shootout at the end, essentially. BW Styles with Mega Man wins that out, so if there's ever a question, who would win a weapon shootout between Mega Man and Link?
I mean, they say never to bring a bow to a gunfight.
There you go, exactly.
Yeah, and we kind of see it here, the projectile war that took place this game. And it's all about like who approaches first, really. And we see the whole time they know this. RP4 knows this as well, but just makes the mistake of misspacing that fair, which might even be a mistake from just him playing a longer, more agile Link. Because older Link, he does have that stronger, longer forward air.
Yeah.
And he expected it to probably reach when young Link's is just a bit smaller and faster. And if he was, I think that if he was only a little closer, that would have been such a great idea at that point.
True, true. All right, so next, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket so we can pick up where we are. You guys just got done watching RP4 try and continue the Hyrulean circuit and was not able to complete it. BW Styles going on the winners finals right now. And next, we're getting ready to watch Luxray and YC take on Lamomo in a pretty entertaining match for winners finals.